Hello everybody and welcome back to the Oxford United Road to Glory career mode. I am literally recording this episode right after I finished the last episode, so I'm going to keep this momentum going because we are getting towards the business end of the season. We kick things off today with the game against Leeds, and let's just say, as you can probably tell here, Tyler Goodrum is repaying the faith we've shown in him by putting him in the starting 11. He ran the show today. Inside the opening 30 minutes, Will Holmes does really well here, very unselfish, squared the ball for Goodrum, who started on the right hand side today. He gave us a 1-0 lead on the half hour mark. Brilliant play there by Holmes to feed in the ball to Goodrum, who, as I say, put us 1-0 up. Unfortunately though, right before half time, we do let one in. Sam Greenwood, thankfully not the other Greenwood, equalised for Leeds to make it 1-1, and that was the score going into the second half. Good finish, Bazunu not getting anywhere near that. We go in level at the break. 23 minutes left, I started to get worried because in the last Premier League game we played, we dropped points against Nottingham Forest, and even though we've got quite a healthy lead at the top of the Premier League, which I will show you again after this game, I don't want to get into the habit of dropping too many points. But Leeds did go in front there with 23 minutes to go. Thankfully though, the lead didn't last too long. Diao, who had a sensational episode last time out, he got the equaliser there. I thought for a second Kovar, the former United goalkeeper, was going to make the save, but thankfully Diao did enough to get it over him and bring it back to level terms. Look at this for a goal then. Holmes over to Goodrum. Brilliant finish there by the Irish winger, his second goal of the game, and that put us 3-2 up with 10 minutes to go. And with his third attempt of the game, Tyler Goodrum scores his first hat-trick of the season. As I said earlier, repaying the faith that we've shown in him. We've put Rhino on the bench for now. Olise has moved to number 10. My two teachers hit off each other. That was really sore. Goodrum goes out wide, and what a first game to include him in from the starting 11 permanently by scoring a hat-trick here against Leeds. So up next we've got Burnley, but before then let me show you the current Premier League table. So as you can see here, 25 games in, we are leading the Premier League by a healthy chunk. 63 points. Manchester City and Newcastle United tied on 49 points each in second and third respectively. City above Newcastle on goal difference. As I said at the end of the last episode, or towards the end of it at least, it's a very, very close race for the top four, but we are running away with the title itself. It's ours to lose, but as you saw in the last episode, there will still be some tricky games that will be coming up for us. We do play Arsenal in this episode. We've had some mixed results against them over the seasons that we've done in this career mode. But up next, I should say, it is Burnley, who are currently in 19th position. But as you've seen in this career mode, the place that teams are in the table seems to mean absolutely zero when they play us. So let's see how that game goes against relegation-threatened Burnley. So it is 2 wins from 2 here to begin this episode. We played the highlights against this game, or in this game I should say, against Burnley. Will Holmes got things going here like he normally does. Brilliant near post finish, smacked it past the keeper. Easy as that. Simple as that for Will Holmes. As JJ said, Will Holmes, that's it. That's the comment. That gave us the lead here. Tyler Goodrum keeping up his great form. Holmes gets the assist. He tucks this finish brilliantly into the top left-hand corner, or top right-hand corner of the goalkeeper side. I'm over-explaining this. It's late. Leave me alone. But that gave us a 2-0 lead. And when you take a 2-goal lead in the highlights feature, 9 times out of 10, you go on to get the 3 points. Burnley did get one highlight here in the second half, which was a penalty kick, because of course it was. Bazunu was sent the wrong way, but thankfully, despite the fact it halved the deficit for them, it didn't mean an awful lot in the grand scheme of things. We get another 3 points, and now we move on into the next game, who honestly, right now, I can't remember who it's against. So the next game was against Bournemouth. My apologies for not knowing that off the top of my head. It is currently 11:40 at night, so I will need to stop recording after this game and do the rest of this episode tomorrow. But I had to just show this. Bruno Fernandes now plays for Bournemouth. I have seen some wild transfers in this game over the years, but this is by far one of the strangest ones. I know he'd be a good bit into his 30s now, Bruno. But Bournemouth, no disrespect, they're a very good team, and especially in this career mode, they've given us some tough games. But that was not what I was expecting to see when I played Bournemouth in this game. let's hope he doesn't contribute to any annoying result here. Oh boy, did he contribute to a flippin' annoying result. Again, trying not to swear. We had this goal disallowed here from Gergard, which is really annoying because I don't think he's actually scored yet. It must have been an offside or something. I don't think there would have been a foul there. No, there's definitely no foul there. It's definitely an offside. It didn't actually tell me at the time. But that was not 1-0 to us. But this was 1-0 to Bournemouth. Again, defence did absolutely nothing about it. Torn apart. Don't know why the highlight cuts off there before it even hits the back of the net. That's really annoying. We did equalise fairly soon afterwards. I made a few changes in this game. Probably a few too many. But we did give Rhino another start for the first time in a couple of games. And he did reward the faith that we showed in him with the goal as well. And then not too long after that, I thought, okay, great, things are back to normal now because we're 2-1 up. Diao with a lovely finish. That put us 2-1 up, I thought, going into the halftime break. But oh no, Bournemouth had to go up and get another one. Traore there, big hole in our defence. Bazunu not able to get even the slightest touch on it. Couple of missed chances here. And I went and jinxed it. 3 minutes to go. Bruno Fernandes, a player I adore in real life, my captain, scores for Bournemouth here. He's their captain in this game, and I thought, well, that's it. We've lost this game. Would have been our first loss in quite some time. But we did go right up the other end and get an equaliser with Diao, but I just didn't feel like celebrating. It was such a frustrating game. I definitely underestimated Bournemouth. I should have known better. They've got a very good team. They've just added to that now with Bruno Fernandes. I think he just joined them in the January transfer window as well, because I'm pretty sure we came up against him earlier this season when he was at United. But yeah, we share the points here, which is really, really frustrating. Again, I don't care how far ahead we are in the table. We can't be dropping too many points. But now our attention does shift over to the Champions League, where we do have a 4-0 lead against Galatasaray. So unless we completely shit the bed, we should be going through to the quarterfinal. So you know what, lads, normally I wouldn't do this. I normally like to play all the Champions League knockout games, but with a 4-0 lead and the fact that we've got some big league games coming up and we are coming towards the end of this season, I will sim this game here against Galatasaray. I'll go with the full strength team just in case. So let's hope we get no injuries or suspensions. How do we do? Oh my god, we actually lose 2-0. Martinez and Gergard both get booked, but thankfully we do go through on aggregate. But Galatasaray definitely gave a good account of themselves. They had less chances and less possession, but listen, it matters not in the grand scheme of things. We do advance through to the Champions League quarterfinals on aggregate. Now our attention focuses back on the Premier League in a big game against another team that we've had some mixed results against over the seasons. It is the Gunners, Arsenal. So I didn't hit the record button quick enough there, so you just missed the kickoff, but I am going to play the full game here against Arsenal. We will have the Champions League quarterfinals coming up here as well, so we will play at least the first leg in full on this episode too. Oh my god, Arsenal nearly getting off to the perfect start there. But at the time of this game, I don't know who we got yet in the quarterfinals. I think there are still some last 16 games that need to be played. So we don't know yet who we have. I didn't even really look at the other results of who went through the same week that we did. But we will find out in this episode. Do not worry about that. But Arsenal are currently in a race for the top 4. So no... or it's not going to be an easy game, I should say. Here's Goodrum. That's a good ball to Jeff Jarrett. He scored a couple of good goals in the last episode. Oh, and he scores a bit of a scruffy one here. Basically right on the 10-minute mark. Jeff Jarrett scores, I think, like his 7th goal of the season, maybe 6th, something like that. But who cares? It's given us a 1-0 lead. The man so desperate to lift the Premier League and the Champions League trophies at the end of the season puts us one step closer, hopefully, to winning this league title. Good save initially by Ramsdale, but Jarrett was there to follow up with the rebound and to give us a 1-0 lead here against Arsenal, who going back to our League One days, we have a bit of a history with. They beat us in the FA Cup and the League Cup that season, and then the following season they beat us again in the League Cup, but thankfully we got revenge and beat them in the FA Cup in extra time, in one of my favourite games that we actually played in this series. It's mad, like, you know, this series was delayed for a few months just because life got in the way, shall we say, and all of a sudden now we're coming towards the end of it. It's kind of like blink and you miss it. It's crazy. But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm kind of getting to that point now where I'm sad that we're nearly finished the career mode. But I want to end it on a high. Oh, Gudrun did well to intercept that, but Mendes there with a brilliant tackle. Here's Joshua Kimmich. Oh, Martinez not able to get there. It's Costa. Adley. Oh, fucking hell. I said I was trying not to swear as much on these episodes, but when you can see goals like that as much as I have recently, it's really, really hard. Eric Bischoff is playing for them as well, my buddy. Hard to believe that's nearly a year since I met him. That's crazy. That'll be a year next month. But Arsenal get the equaliser here. Yassine Adley with the goal. Again, just your typical FC24 goal to concede in career mode. Can we... Oh, get them right from the kickoff though. Warren. Oh, Ramsdale gets the save. Well, Warren is a regen of a former Tottenham player, Kieran Trippier. So it would have been nice to get a goal there against Arsenal. Ramsdale didn't deal with that as well as he probably should have. Diao. Oh, I tell you what. It was travelling. Diao again. Oh, we know he can hit them. We saw the couple of goals that he hit in the last episode. They were, especially that second one, was an absolute beauty. What a player he's been. I can thank MGH, who ironically is an Arsenal fan. Diao was somebody I didn't really know much of until I saw MGH's career mode with QPR. And I knew I wanted to bring him in then, because I'd never used him before. Oh, that was a decent ball in. Get rid of it. Come on, Jarrett. Oh my god, he was so slow. Well, Bischoff and Jarrett, both with history in WCW and TNA, and WWE to be fair. And they collide here yet again. Flynn does well there. Good ball over to Conor Gallagher. Oh, great ball to Will Holmes. Come on, Will. He's clean through. He's one-on-one with Ramsdale. Come on, Will. Near post. Get in there. Oh, lads. You'd think being 13 points clear at the top of the table. Well, actually, I don't know if we are still 13 points clear. I didn't check after dropping points against Bournemouth. But, you know, we've got a healthy lead at the top of the table. You'd think I'd be a bit more relaxed. But I'm really not. Because the games have been very intense. End-to-end stuff. But Will Holmes, Mr. Reliable, puts us back in front here against Arsenal. That near post glitch, excuse me, works in our favour again. I need to slow down. I'm vomiting out words on these episodes recently. I need to relax. I said it before though, I was so used to doing the live streams and kind of, you know, being able to pace myself better on those because I could be as live for as long as I wanted when the Wi-Fi worked, which was very rare towards the end. But on these pre-recorded episodes, it's a lot harder than you think it is. So much respect to the guys who've been doing it a hell of a lot longer than I've been doing it. Here's Olise. But I still enjoy it. Olise! Oh, good save by Ramsdale. I know I've mentioned this a good few times, but Aaron Ramsdale, former Turley United goalkeeper, made some big saves for us. If you actually go back to the last episode of Turley United, he made a hell of a save against Newcastle on the final day, which, spoiler alert, won us the league title. Brilliant player, so he was, Aaron Ramsdale, in that career mode. Hard to believe he's become a second choice goalkeeper at Arsenal as we go into the half-time break. Listen, David Raya I think has done pretty well since he's gone there. Obviously he's signed there permanently now after being on loan there last season from Brentford. But yeah, it's a shame at Ramsdale. But I don't know how long more he'll stay at Arsenal. I'm sure he probably will get to a stage where he'll want to play week in, week out. I know there was talk that Newcastle were looking at him, which makes sense. I'm sure there'll be a few other clubs as well who'd be interested. Because he is a good goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale. I know last season when he did play, he probably wasn't as sharp as he was the year before. But it happens when you're not playing week in, week out. Especially when you're used to playing week in, week out like he was. Like he played every league game for Arsenal the year before. He played the majority of their European games as well. So it must have been a bit of a shock to the system when he was only playing the odd cup game here and there. And Arsenal got knocked out very early in both the cups, and in the Champions League I think he only played one game when they'd already qualified as group winners in the final game, so he didn't really get to play an awful lot in Europe. So it must sting a bit. But I'm sure that he'll get a big move at some stage. But here's Will Holmes. Can he make it 3-1? Yes, he can. Get in there, Will. 3-1 to Oxford United here against Arsenal. It gives us a bit of breathing room with 20 minutes to go. Oh my god, lads. I keep saying that this will be my last game tonight. This will be my last game tonight. This will be my last game tonight. And then I keep playing more games. But this will definitely be the last game I play tonight. The only reason I'm up this late is because the UFC is on tonight at the time of recording. So it's currently 5 minutes past midnight. But I tell you what, I will be going for a power nap right before the UFC. So I probably will have to give the prelims a skip, but I really don't care. I will show you who we have in the Champions League quarterfinals as well before I stop recording. But that won't be the end of the episode, obviously. I will do this second recording, second part of this recording of the episode tomorrow, Sunday, at the time of recording. Here's Diao. Go on, lad. Oh, runs right into Devois. As you can see there, our next Premier League game is against Manchester City. We had a very late winner against them at the Etihad a couple of episodes ago. That was a really risky ball back to Bazunu, but we did well with it. And even though we'll be at home against City, still not going to take them lightly. Oh, what a great ball. Olise. Olise. Oh, Olise, you legend. Oh, it's a good save again by Ramsdale. Let's tell you what, I don't know if David Raya would have made those saves. Ramsdale's on fire here. In this game, he is an elite level goalkeeper. Not to say that he isn't in real life, but you know what I mean. His Saka. Oh, as well, remember we saw at Man City, they had that 90 rated regen goalkeeper Duarte. So it turns out he's Brazilian. And I thought, oh, he must be Ederson's regen. Nope, Ederson is still playing. And he's still at Manchester City. So City currently have a 90 rated goalkeeper and an 89 rated goalkeeper. Talk about strength and depth. And I'm pretty sure Ortega is still with them as well. So I think he's like 77 rated. So they've got three very decent goalkeepers. I swear to God, after the 60th minute, the ball never goes out of play. I want to make subs, but it just will not go out of play. Is that offside, or did we foul them? Oh, we fouled them. Of course we did. Right, 10 minutes left. I think I'll make all of my changes. Rhino can come on. Lucas can come on. We'll bring on Connolly, because why not? Gergard can come on for Jarrett. Bloom is unhappy, so we'll take off Spence. I think I can make one more change. We'll bring on Bush for Martinez. Oh no, never mind, we have made all our changes. Never mind, I can't do maths. It's late, I'm tired, leave me alone. With 10 minutes left, we do make all 5 changes. We're 3-1 up. Probably not a bad time to freshen things, to be fair. Here's Kimmich again, the captain of Arsenal. Warren heads it away, but only as far as Saka. Oh, fuck off. Oh, he's offside. He's offside. Thank bloody God for that. Bazunu got away with one there. To be fair, it was going to be very hard to catch that strike from Saka. There was a lot of power behind it. What are we doing, lads? Is Broby. And it is fucking 3-2. What was that? Oh my God, like I can deal with conceding goals, but when it's like, when they're goals like that, it's just so hard to accept it. It's so bloody poor. Oh, they're really... This is why I get tense. This is why I feel stressed. This is supposed to be a stress reliever, this game. Far bloody from it at this stage. Oh my God, Gallagher. What are you doing? I don't fucking believe this. Costa. Oh, thank God. Just go back to Bazunu. Belt that away, Gavin. There we go. Bloody hell. 3 points here against Arsenal. But it was anything but comfortable. Oh my God. Stress levels at an all-time flipping high. I don't like it. I don't like it. But who cares? It's 3 points. Manchester City up next as well, so the games don't get any easier, but I'm going to go get some rest because I bloody need it, and then tomorrow I'll come on here with a fresh approach and hopefully not concede as many silly goals as we have in the last few games. But at the end of the day, we get the 3 points. That's the main thing. Bring on Man City. Right, we are back here again. A big game against Manchester City. I feel a hell of a lot more rested now than I did in the last recording. I didn't even watch the full UFC event. I watched the first 2 fights and then I fell asleep. So I've got to watch the highlights of that after this. But I did want to get this recording done beforehand. We have a big top of the table clash against Manchester City, even though we are 14 points clear of them. But they are technically the closest team to us. They're on 56 points. We are on 70 points. If we win this game, lads, I think the name is on the trophy. There's only 10 games to go. It's getting more and more likely that the Premier League title is going to be sealed. We do have the Champions League quarter-final as well. I do know the opponent that we have. I will reveal it in this episode. But first things first, let's get into this game against Manchester City. Strongest team, let's be having you. In just a few hours' time, Manchester City will be playing Chelsea in real life, so it's nice to have a big game on the opening weekend of the Premier League season. I think the Premier League are going to make more of an effort to do that going forward as well. I think it's always good to have at least one big game to look forward to. Obviously, you always look forward to your own team's games, but it's nice to have kind of a clash of the Titans as well on the first weekend of the season. But City have been a bit off it this season. They did give us a good game at the Etihad. Olise got a late winner in that game. And here he is, speak of the devil. Oh, he was taken out there, but Will Holmes will win the free kick. Surely? Yes. I really hope that's fixed in FC 25. They take so bloody long to give the free kick. It's so annoying. But anyways, whatever. Here's Flynn. Over to Spence. Go on, lad. Good ball. Good run. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. Erling Haaland still not a player I want to take lightly, despite the fact City haven't been at their best. But in this fixture last season, great tackle by Martinez. Bazunu did save a penalty in a 0-0 draw. I thought it was impossible to save a penalty from Haaland. I felt like every time he would take a penalty, he would score it. And to be fair, I feel like anyone who takes a penalty against me in this game seems to score it. They've been very, very hard to save. But Bazunu, to be fair, he's come in clutch a few times when it comes to saving penalties. He's done really, really well in that regard. Here's Tyler Goodrum. Cut it back. Olise. Oh, unlucky. Ederson is back in goal. Duarte, I would imagine, is on the bench. It's crazy, though, having an 89 rated goalkeeper and a 90 rated goalkeeper. Trying to keep the two of them happy, though. I can't imagine that would be easy. By the time the scout reports came back for the backup goalkeepers we were looking at as well, lads, the transfer window was over, so I didn't bother. And I think now that we're out of the FA Cup, there's not as much of a requirement. Flynn gets completely taken out by Haaland there. That's a terrible foul, Erling. What are you doing, lad? What card is it going to be? It's going to be a yellow. I was hoping City would have gone down to 10 men there. Here's Flynn. Over to Gallagher. Go on, Will. Good interception by Pedri. A draw probably... Well, not probably. It's definitely a better result for us. But again, still want to get the win. Chelsea are only 2 points behind Man City as well. So the race for second place is quite close, even if the title race isn't that close. But here's Diao. Oh, fantastic run by Diao. Go on, lad. Diao. Oh, it's a good save by Ederson. Well, he may be coming towards the end of his career, Ederson, but he's still as sharp as ever. Half an hour into the game here, Olise will take the corner. That's not the best ball in. Cleared away. Diao will get there, though. Over to Flynn. Conor Gallagher. Here's Licha. Diao. Olise. Loses it. Oh, well done. Gallagher with a brilliant tackle. But Rodri dispossesses Holmes straight away. Here's Spence. No, he wasn't able to get there. I thought he was. Rodri over to Foden. Former Clon United player as well, Phil Foden. I already forgot about that. feel like Cloyne United, as great as it was, the end of it was so stressful because of the issues we were having. The referee's going to give a free kick there. See what I mean? He took forever and a day to give that foul. Ridiculous. I thought they would have put Foden on the free kick, but it's going to be Haaland. Oh, Elise had to head that away, and Rodri shoots wide. And as well, over the next few days, please keep an eye out on the community tab. There'll be a few more teasers about the next career mode we do, which of course will be the first career mode on FC 25. Will Holmes, right at the keeper. I've basically given up the club away, but let me just tell you something. There's still some stuff to look out for, because that career mode is going to be something that I've never actually done on this channel before. Not just in terms of the club that we're doing, but... Oh, Will Holmes. Oh, good save by Ederson. But it'll be something completely different. There's a specific feature on career mode that I've never actually used. So, well, not on YouTube anyway. So, keep your eyes peeled. Oh, and Ederson with another save. And we're not going to get another corner. That is going to be the half-time break. 0-0. We have been the better team. We aren't desperate for the win. City probably are. For pride, really, more than anything, I would say at this stage for Man City. But also, you never know. You never know. We could collapse. Let's hope not, though. So we're just going to pretend that's Mazraoui's twin brother, and not Mazraoui, who's just joined Manchester United. Still delighted with that signing. I know it's only one game in, but the fact that people were saying, oh, these are Bayern Munich rejects, Mazraoui and De Ligt. Shut up. Give them a chance beforehand. Goodrum! Oh, give him a chance before you criticise them. Do you know what I mean? De Ligt's a fantastic defender. I'm looking forward to seeing him start his first game. Obviously came off the bench against Fulham. And Mazraoui had a fantastic performance as well in that game. So, some people just want to be negative. Oh, and Martinez won the header, but put it wide of the post. City, as I say, though, haven't really threatened much, which is a bit of a surprise. But you know, with the players they have, they can pop up at any moment. Here's Haaland. Oh god, I can feel his sneeze coming. Excuse me, my apologies. Erling Haaland. Oh, Bazunu, I tell you what, for a second I thought he was going to deflect that into his own net. Thankfully not. Diaz is coming off for City. And Perone, however you say it, he's coming on. That's Brahim Diaz they've taken off. Not Ruben. Here's Phil Foden. Oh, go on, Spence. Oh, but you see what I mean? It goes right back to the City attacker. Well, it was Diaz, he's a defender, but you know what I mean? Good save again by Bazunu, but it will go out for their corner. City's starting to look a bit more lively now. They'll take this corner short to Doku. Here's the substitute. Haaland, is he onside? He's not. He's not. You can tell by the animation. Thank bloody God. Well, it's their first real stage of the game that they've dominated Man City. And they did put the ball in the back of the net, but thankfully the flag went up. Here's Gallagher. Will Holmes, he's onside. It's a tight angle, but he's going to have a go anyway, but he misses. Right, I'm going to make my first change of the game. Olise has been kind of quiet. And you know what? I'm going to make a big decision. We're going to bring on Rhino. And is there anyone else I fancy bringing on? I'll wait a while, but Lucas could be the next option to come on. We'll bring on Rhino. Olise, not his best performance today. But still, what a player he's been. Got the winner in this fixture at the Etihad. Let's hope Rhino can do something similar now after coming off the bench. It's not where I went for that ball to go, but Rhino does get there. Oh, and he plays it into Will Holmes. Will Holmes may have just put one hand on the trophy for Oxford United. The 71st minute, we take the lead. It's Will Holmes. Who else would it be? The talisman of this career mode. He has been an absolute superstar. He's come up clutch with some big moments over the years, and potentially none bigger than this. He's given us the lead here in a game that, if we win, we go 17 points clear of Manchester City, who are in second place. Chelsea could jump above them, but we still have a big gap on them as well. And Rhino came on, he got the assist. You'll love to see it. And Will Holmes has given us a 1-0 lead here against Manchester City. But there's still 20 minutes to go. It's not over yet, but it's looking increasingly more likely that City will not win this game. Is Doku makes absolute you-know-what of Warren, but Flynn heads that away. You love to see it. Here's Gallagher. Now Diao. Oh, go on. Asana Diao. Rhino's in the middle there. Go on, keep running, lad. Keep running. Go on. Lovely stuff. Rhino. Oh, looking for that big gore, but wasn't able to get it. Oh, good interception though. Here's Will Holmes. Will Holmes. Oh, it's Rhino. Gore. 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 The substitute makes the impact, coming off the bench, gets a goal and an assist, and surely now, lads, that seals it. Oxford United will be going 17 points clear of Manchester City in the Premier League table. They've not been at the races at all today, Manchester City. Holmes assists Rhino moments after it was the other way around. And that surely has sealed victory for us today. And with that said, 10 minutes left. Let's make a few more changes. Martinez is a little bit tired. Bush, who's gone up to an 81, can come on. Let's bring on Lucas for Goodrum. And let's bring on Connolly for Holmes. Give him a rest for the final 10 minutes or so. Aaron Connolly. It's such a shame that we had to get knocked out of both cups in the earliest stage against the same bloody team in Chelsea. I feel like it's kind of disrupted Aaron Connolly's appearances this season, but whatever. Will Holmes has more than made up for it in the other competitions. City now all coming in with Pedri. Are they going to pull one back? Pedri. Good save by Bazunu. Very good save by Gavin Bazunu. Gutierrez is coming off for Unal for Man City, so an attacking change from the looks of things. 6 minutes to go. I was hoping they might bring up the keeper. Oh, that's going to be a goal. Oh my god. Erling Haaland showing that you can never really keep him quiet for a full 90 minutes, can you? They took the corner short. Gallagher, I pressed circle. He wouldn't stick a leg out. Haaland unmarked at the back post. And it's 2-1. So now we just need to make sure that we hold on to the ball. I would be absolutely fuming if we threw this away. But Manchester City, they just don't lie down in this game. They really don't. With them, it ain't over till it's over. That's something that I've had to learn the hard way quite a few times. We're just focusing on keeping this ball now. No need to do anything silly with it. Well, unless, you know, you're Bush and you just want to pass it right back to them. 5 added minutes! For what? Oh, I don't believe this. I don't flippin' believe this. Foden. Oh, it's going to be a goal. Oh, no. It's Unal. Get fucking rid of it. What are you doing? What are you fucking doing? Oh my god. Oh my god, right. We need a bit of height in the box. Who's our tallest player on the bench? Shergard, how tall are you, lad? He's 6'4". Right, he's coming on for Warren. We just need men in the box. I don't care if he's out of position technically. It doesn't matter. Oh god. I thought we'd sealed the 3 points. I thought we had done it. They have brought up Ederson this time. Oh my god, Pedri. Oh, thank god. Jesus Christ, if that went in, I would have cried. But we do get 3 points against Manchester City. 17 points clear of them now. at the top of the Premier League table. We are the champions elect. I don't care what anyone says. The Premier League title is within our grasp. City now officially out of the title race. Not that they were really in it, to be honest with you. Let's make that clear. But Will Holmes and Rhino were able to make sure that Erling Haaland's goal was just a consolation. Let's have a look at the Premier League table just to confirm what we've been talking about. Final score here: Oxford United 2, Manchester City 1. So as mentioned earlier, Chelsea were right behind Manchester City, and their last result, which was a win over West Ham, did put them above City. Chelsea I should say, can get a maximum of 84 points, I think it was. So we need 11 more points to win the league, basically. Obviously, if Chelsea drop points before then obviously we'll hopefully be able to do it a bit sooner. But that is how things currently stand. City now, you have to say they're out of it. It's really just a case of them trying to seal top 4 more than anything. And we are on the verge of capturing our first ever league title. So let's hope we can do it. We take another huge step towards the Premier League title with victory over Brentford. Things got off to a very rocky start for them though. Ethan Brearley getting a straight red card here, but I hope they show a proper replay of this. They do. I will even admit that's a very, very harsh red card. It's a foul, it's probably a yellow. I don't think it should have been a straight red. But listen, it wasn't against us, so we'll have to accept it. But if I was a Brentford fan, I would be absolutely fuming. But thankfully, we support Oxford here. Lisandro Martinez went on a fantastic run there, slotted it past the goalkeeper. He's only ever scored 1 goal for United in real life, but he has been a goal-scoring machine of a defender in this career mode since we've signed him. Absolutely brilliant from the butcher, carved up the Brentford defence. Will Holmes then doing what Will Holmes does, intercepts the ball there off the defender, smacked it past the goalkeeper, and that put us 2-0 up. We were cruising. We really should have been 3 or 4 up before half time. We had a few more chances in the second half, but then we went and conceded this. Now, we've conceded some annoying goals in this game, but I have to give credit where it's due here. What a goal by Lopez. That is definitely the best goal I've conceded in this career mode. Bazunu could do nothing about that. Curls it in outside of the foot. Lovely finish. Listen, credit where it's due. I will give you applause, Brentford. And thankfully we won the game, so, you know, I didn't have to get too mad at it afterwards. But Goodrum there, his initial shot was too hot to handle for the goalkeeper. He then put it in for 3-1 with 10 minutes to go, so that calmed a few nerves. And that gave us a 2-goal cushion. And then we brought Aaron Connolly off the bench, and he said, you know what? Brentford scored a worldie in this game, so I'll go and score one myself. Great interception here by Diao, chipped the ball in, lovely touch by Connolly, smacks it into that bottom corner, an absolute beauty, only his 5th goal of the season. A lovely moment for him though, because he was brought in to be the main man in the Cups. Both cup competitions ended quite early for him, so he didn't really get to have as much game time as I would have liked. But we brought him on here and he scored an absolute beauty. So 3 points here against Brentford. We win by 4-1, and now we move on into another game against Fulham. Maybe in London, but I tell you what, it was Oxford calling this time. Another 3 points here against the Cottagers at Craven Cottage. Rhino got things going here. Lovely finish through the legs of the goalkeeper. He's basically Megs the goalkeeper to get the first goal. He asked to start this game as well as the last game, so I said, you know what, he's been in decent form lately, and I always reward good performances. So we gave him the start for this game, and he gave us the perfect start by giving us the 1-0 lead. I also put in Aaron Connolly. We do have the Champions League quarter-final after this. Great ball in by Jarrett. Connolly there, 2 goals in 2 games. He had a brilliant performance. One of the rare times he played a full 90 minutes, so great to see that he was able to cap that off with a goal. Albie Warren then scoring a beauty. He has scored some decent goals since we signed him. Fish and shipped it over the keeper. That was 3-0. Game, set and match. Of course, we would have to give away a stupid penalty. It's not going to actually show the foul that led to it, but this was the spot kick. It was Bloom who had basically shielded the ball away from the player, and the referee gave a penalty. Very unfair, but Garcia did slot it home. It's a decent penalty, to be fair, but thankfully it was only a consolation. Will Holmes, though, we brought off the bench. If only this had gone in. Great ball by Connolly. Holmes with the scissor kick. Unfortunately, the keeper was there to save it. But we did get that 3-1 win, another huge step towards the title, and now it's time to reveal our opponent in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And I can now officially reveal that our Champions League quarter-final opponent is Italian team Roma, who will be officially licensed in the next game, thankfully. Unfortunately, though, neither of the Milan teams will, which is really annoying. Speaking of the Milan teams, Inter Milan got to the quarter-final as well. So as you can see here, some big teams still left in the competition. Inter, as we just mentioned, PSG, Man City, Atletico Madrid, Marseille have done well to get this far, and Juventus are there as well. But we will be playing Roma, and what I'm going to do, lads, for the sake of time, let's do something different. Let's play the highlights of this first game in Rome, and then in the next episode we will play the full game of the second leg, which will be at the Kassam, and hopefully mark our spot in the semi-final. So we'll do a quick press conference again. I always like to do this just to keep the team morale up. So let's just make sure everyone's very happy coming into this game, because I tell you what, lads, it's nerve-wracking. It really is, especially when you know you're in the last season. You know what I mean? It is. It's crazy to think that any tie could be our last tie in the Champions League. There's Ahmed Hosvich, former Cologne United player with a very funny first name. Evan Ferguson, Irishman, up front for Roma. Interesting. Pellegrini and Tchouaméni in midfield. Kevin Trapp in goal. Pedro Porro at right back. And Neziri, whoever you say his name, up front. They've got a good team. Anyone of note on the bench? Not really. From what I can see, they have Ochoa there, who looks like a regen, so be interesting to see what his rating is. But yeah, here we go, lads. The Champions League quarter-finals. Can you believe it? We're going to play the highlights. I am going to go with this team. I know Rhino has been in good form, but I will stick with Goodrum on the right and Olise through the middle. Other than that, strongest team possible. Not to say that they aren't the strongest team. You know what I mean. I'm over-explaining this. I'm nervous. Let's play the highlights here at the Olympic Stadium in Rome against Roma FC, or as they would be known in real life, AS Roma. I'm sick of PES or eFootball, whatever the hell it's called now, getting the licenses for the Italian teams, though, because Serie A is such a great league to do a career mode in. But missing AC Milan and Inter Milan, it's not going to feel the same. It just won't. So we're already in the 34th minute, and it's the first highlight of the game. It's a free kick here for Roma. So Ilic will whip it in. Pellegrini, good header, but Bazunu was able to get there. Only a few minutes later, Roma get the next attack. And Neziri, what can he do with this? Good interception by Spence. Come on, give us the counter-attack. Or don't. Okay, they do give us a counter-attack here in the second half. Can't believe they were already in. Like, you'd think with this game, the magnitude of the game, they'd have a lot more highlights for us, but apparently not. Apparently not. Here's Tyler Goodrum, switching over to the left-hand side for now. Diao moving into the middle. Oh, and he nearly found him, but Roma were able to intercept it. A crossing opportunity here for us goes out to Conor Gallagher. Not the quickest player, so we'll put it into Diao. Will Holmes gives us a 1-0 lead in the Champions League quarter-final first leg with half an hour to go. Of course it would have to be Will Holmes. A beautiful finish. Gallagher did well to give it to Diao. He played it in for Will Holmes, and it's the usual finish. The ball ending up in the back of the net, in off the post. Oh, but I tell you what, Roma though, 15 minutes left with Evan Ferguson. Oh crap, they could be in here straight away for an equaliser. Ferguson makes it 1-1. Oh, straight away. That is so typical. That is absolutely typical. Fair play to Evan Ferguson. Playing his football abroad. Playing in a Champions League quarter-final. Roma will get this cross here. 13 minutes to go. Oh, they win the header, but Bazunu with the save. And we get a long cross here with 10 minutes left. What can we do with it? Diao. Holmes. Oh, I was trying to play it into Olise, but I couldn't find him. And that is full time here in the first leg. A 1-1 draw, so it's all to play for at the Kassam, but it makes things interesting. Will Holmes getting the goal for us. Evan Ferguson scoring for Roma, beating his compatriot Gavin Bazunu to level things up here. And that will be played in full in the next episode. So lads, we've only got a few episodes left. The next episode, hopefully we can seal a Premier League title. We can book our place in the Champions League semi-final, and let's hope we can end this series on a high. So I will see you all on the next episode that will be coming this Friday, so it'll be at the usual time of 8 o'clock. Mark your calendars. Hope you're enjoying this series, lads. If you are, please give a like, subscribe to the channel. FC25 content and even more content away from FC or FIFA, whatever the hell you want to call it, is coming up as well soon, so please keep your eyes peeled for that, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Take care and God bless.